my name is Enos and welcome back to my channel. This is Work and Wonder. I talk a lot about the mental health OSCE, I talk about travels, I talk about sponsorship and all of that. So if you're very much interested in these topics, you can very much gives me a thumbs up and click on the subscription button. Today I wouldn't be talking about the mental health OSCE, but I would be talking about the mental health CBT. So I understand that the Nigerian NMC portal has now been open. I have a lot of Nigerian subscribers here. So I'm doing this for you because I've had emails from people who are asking me about the mental health CBT. So today is just more or less like some answers that I will be giving you with regards to the mental health nursing CBT. So let's start from the bottom. So yes, you have to take the mental health CBT, and then once you pass that and then you get into the UK, then you can do the OSCE. But then people are they want to jump, which is not possible. So some people are asking whether where do they start from and all of that. Yes, it's just like the usual one that you already know. You do your clearance with your local NMC, then you have to register with the UK NMC, and you have to wait for the decision letter. So after they have taken a decision, whether they want you to go ahead with your registration or not, if they want you to go ahead, they give you that decision letter where afterwards it comes with your logins to Pearson VUE. Pearson VUE is more or less like the third party where the CBT exams is conducted. So they are going to give you a login to that, and it is that login. When I say login, I simply mean a username and then a password, and it is that login that you are going to use for the CBT registration. So you register for the CBT. You can buy a voucher. You can do it yourself. Just buy a voucher, and then you can use that voucher to do the registration. And then you can choose any accredited center near you. If you are in Nigeria, I don't know the Nigerian centers, but then I believe they are like mostly in the major cities, maybe Lagos, and then Abuja. Probably you can find centers there. If you are in Ghana, in Accra, you can find a center there, and then you just register, choose that center, you choose a date and then a time, and then you just go at those dates and times that you have chosen, and then you go to take your exams. Now, the CBT for the mental health is just like the adult nursing. It is also divided into part A and then part B, and you have 90 minutes to answer all of that. So 30 minutes for the part A and then 60 minutes for the part B. And the part A, as you already know, is just solely calculations, drug calculations, fluid balance. So just 15 questions, and these are very easy questions. If you've been a nurse for even 1 year, or if you've just even completed the nursing school, these are questions that you should be able to answer with regards to medication calculation and then fluid calculations as well. And then the part B is going to be the theory aspect of it. So for the mental health nurses, you would have to know mental health. If you've been trained as a mental health nurse, you have to know about the Mental Health Act. You have to know about the various mental health disorders, psychotic symptoms, all the different personality disorders, all of those mental health disorders. You would have to know them because you'll be asking questions around that. And then you also have to know how to care for that. But there is a bit of more of like adult nursing questions also embedded in it. So in as much as you are learning for the mental, or you're a mental health nurse and you know your mental health stuff, you have to also know about adult nursing stuff as well. And this is MCQs, so it's just A, B, C, D. You choose one of the answers and then you move on. So there is nothing like a theory aspect where you have to actually type your answers, but these ones you just have to select the correct answer and then you move forward. It is the part A that during some of the calculations you would have to, I think, input whatever answers that you got in regard it, and it's much more linked to like numbers. You have to put it in the where they have asked you to put it. Aside that, there is nothing much theoretical about it. It is more about knowing about your mental health nursing stuff and then adult nursing stuff. So yes, basically this is about the CBT. So what I want to do now is that I'm going to go onto my PC and I'm going to go onto the Pearson VUE site. As I have already said, the Pearson VUE site is like a third party. These NMC has employed for them to use their platform to conduct the exam. So you log on to Pearson VUE, and then you can take your exams there on the exams day. And Pearson VUE is an open platform where you can go on and do practice tests on it. So you can actually go on Pearson VUE, and then you can do a practice test. So I'm going to go on my computer, and then I'm going to show you how you'll be able to do your practice test on it, which is the Mental Health Nursing CBT. I'll go on there, and then I'll show you how to do that in a bit. It's very, very, very simple. And these questions that you are seeing, some of them you might even see them in the exams hall. And then the more you practice on the computer, because the computer that you're going to use on that day, the more you practice on the computer, the more you get used to it, especially with the calculations. The calculations, practice all the calculations, whether it is adult nursing, whether it's mental health, whether it is nursing associate, whether it is LD, which is learning disability, because basically the calculations are just going to be very, very similar to that. So if you practice all of them on that day, it will be very, very easy for you on that day. So let's go onto my computer, and then I'll show you how to do that. So welcome to my screen, and as I said earlier on in the video, I'll be showing you where you can practice your CBT mental health test on Pearson VUE. So all you need to do is to use any browser. You can see I have Firefox and I have Chrome here. I love Chrome so much, so I'll be using Chrome. So all you need to do is to type in Pearson VUE, and as you can see, when you type in Pearson VUE, it's going to bring you here. We have test taker, home, Pearson VUE, and then all you need to do is to click on the very first one. You just click on it and then you wait. It's going to bring you to this page, which is the Pearson VUE original website. So all you need to do is, you can see this place where they say that search. All right, go direct from ambition to achievement. So here all you need to type is NMC. When you type NMC, you can see NMC, Nursing and Midwifery Counselors pop up. Just click on that, and then it's going to bring you to this particular page. So this is the UK NMC page that is going to bring you to. When I was in the initial stages, I said that if you have done the registration with the NMC and if also cleared yourself from your local NMC, they are going to send you a login, which is a username and then a password. If that comes, this is where you can log in. So you can see create account, login. But you cannot create an account here because it is the UK NMC after they have giving you the go ahead to write the exams, and they liaise with Pearson VUE, and Pearson VUE will create that account for you. So immediately you receive a decision letter from them and they are satisfied with all your documentations, it is going to, the next email you're going to receive is from Pearson VUE, and it is a username and a password. So that username and password, when you come to this page, you click on login. When you click on login, it's going to bring you to this page, and then you can log in. You can see this is mine. I still have my username and password when I was doing my registration some years ago, and I can still log in with it. But I'm not going to log in because this is not where I'm interested in. I'm going to go back to this particular page. So it doesn't matter whether you've gotten a decision letter, you've gotten a login or not. For the practice, you can start practicing immediately as possible because you do not need a login in order to practice. When you get to this page, don't worry about the login. All you need to do is to go down. And as you can see, they tell you the different pathways, which is adult nursing, children's nurse, mental health, learning disability, midwifery, and then nursing associate. But this is not what you are interested in. Just scroll down until you see practice test of competence 2021. Just click on that. When you click on that, it is going to bring you to this page. This page is very, very important. It comes with some very important instructions that if you take your time and then you read, it is going to really, really help you. So you can see practice test for test of competence. It tells you about it and then how to answer the questions. This is where my interest lies because it tells you exactly how you should answer the questions, especially with the numeracy or the part A, which is the calculations. In terms of numbers, it tells you exactly how to write it. So 1.50, 1.500. You can see when you read into details, but I'm not going to go into details with that. It also tells you how to write the units. All right. In some countries, you write 5 millimeters, 5 mils. So here, instead of writing this, it is this one they want you to write, which is 5 m and then a big L. So if you write 5 small l and s, it is wrong, even though your answer is 5 mls or 5 mils. But if you write it this way, you are wrong. If you write it this way, then you are correct. So please take your time and read these instructions. They are very, very important. Then, of course, it goes along to tell you more of it. But if you want to actually go to practice, you can see the list of practice. We have midwifery and we have nursing. Come to this particular arrow that is showing down, just click on that, and then here it brings you a whole lot of pathways. So if yours is nursing mental health, you look for this. So you can see we have mental health here, we have mental health here, and this is part B, and this is what? Part A. So part A and then part B. So if you want to practice the part A, all you need to do is to click on this, and then it is going to take some time to load if you're depending on your network speed. So as you can see, it also gives you some form of instructions again before you even start. And you can see we have end exams here and we have next. So if you want to go on to start the practice, you go on what? Next. Then it tells you if you are ready to begin the exam, select the yes button, otherwise select the no button. So I'm ready, so I'll click on the yes button. When I click on the yes button, the exams has officially started, and you can see from the top here, you can see the time remaining. You have 30 minutes, so the countdown has started, and then you can see it tells you the number of questions that you have answered out of the 15. So the total questions for the numeracy is 15, and then you have 30 minutes. So you can see we have this here. And when you come to this corner, we have a calculator. So when you click on it, it brings up the calculator. So if you need to do some bit of calculation, you just need to punch that in, and then you click the equal to sign, and then it will bring you your answer. And this is how the questions looks like. Very, very simple. So what is the volume that has been drawn up in the syringe? Please use the correct unit and write your answer to 1 decimal place. I know all of us, this mathematics, when they say 2 decimal places, you should know it. When they say 1 decimal place, you should also know it. So if you are looking at this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what it means is that each of them represents what? 0.2. So 0.2, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and then 1. So if this is the case, what is the mil in this particular? So we have 3. So you can see it is on the first one. So this is 3. So if each of them represent 0.2, then we are going to have what? 3.2. And as I said, if you write this your answer, you are going to write your M in small letters, and then your L is going to be in capital letter. If you are satisfied with this answer, then what you are going to do is you move on to the next question. The same way, they are going to ask you what is the volume that has been drawn in this. So you can see the water or whatever it is in it, it is on the 25. So what I'm going to do is that I'm quickly going to write 25, my small m, and then my big L as well. So as you can see, you just do this, and then you just, kind of move and then go along. My patient has been prescribed 0.75 L of gelofuscin. What is the volume in mils? So you know that how many mils makes a liter. So 1,000, then you just have to do your calculation. So if you multiply this by 1,000, then definitely you are going to get your answer. So as I said, just click on this calculator, and if you are multiplying 0.75 by 1,000, then you are going to get what? 750. So 750. That is your answer. Then you go what? You go on to the next page. So you are going to do this for all the 15 questions. And then when you are done with the questions, it will tell you the number of answers that you got correct, and then the ones that you had wrong. And the ones that you did not get them right, you can come back and redo them, and then you go back to the page to see whether you are correct or not. So in that regard, you just do that until you get to the last page of it. So as you can see, there are so many questions. There are just 15. So at the end of the 15, you can move forward, and then you can actually see the answers. I'm trying to go forward to see. So as you can see, I did the first one, I did the second one, and I did the third one. So all of these ones I had correct. The ones that I didn't get the answers, I've not done them anyway. Because I have not done them, that's why they are telling me that it is what? It is incorrect. So all I need to do is, for example, if it is question number 4 that I had wrong, I can click on that and it is going to bring me back to question number 4, and then I should be able to do that. And then I can go back to that review. You can see review screen. I can go back to the screen and see whether it is correct or it is incorrect. It's just as simple as that. So that is how you can go ahead and do your numeracy test. I hope this is understandable. If you need more clarity on it, you can let me know. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go back so that we'll take a look at the part B as well. So as you can see, it straight away brought me back to this page. So I need to go through that process again, which is I type in here NMC. I think I overtyped it. I typed it. That is why it brought me back to the main page. So NMC, it brings you to this page, and scroll down until you see practice test 2021. Then you come down to the nursing. If you're a midwife, you choose the midwifery. You come to the nursing. Then you can select whether the part A or the part B. I already showed you for the part A, which is the RMMH practice, mental health nurse part A. So I'm going to go to the part B now, and then we'll see how it looks like. So when I click on it, this is how it brings me, depending on the speed. So you can see practice test contains 50 questions, but in the main exams, I think it's 100 questions that you will need to. Is it 100 or 50? I'm not too sure. It's been a while. I don't know whether they've made changes to it, but then this is how it will tell you the number of questions that you have to answer and then the number of hours that you need to do that. So when we come here, as I said, end test, or you go to next. So next, they ask you if you are ready, then you click yes. Then yes, this is the part B. Which of the following describes quantitative method of research? Choose the correct one. Reviewing published research, exploring phenomenon by interviewing, collecting people's views, and then collecting numerical data. We all know that we have quantitative data and we have qualitative data. Quantitative has got to do with numerical collection. So obviously, collection of numerical data is the answer for this particular one. If I'm satisfied with it, I'll move on to the next question. Then choose the 4 themes, the code, choose the correct one. So prioritize yourself, prioritize with pride, prioritize people, practice effectively, preserve safety, promote professionalism and trust. If you are a nurse and you're registered with the NMC, you should know that when we talk about the 4 themes that consist of the code, it is about prioritizing the people, which is the patient that you work with, and even the people you work with, the patient. You have to practice effectively, you have to preserve safety, and of course you have to promote professionalism and trust at all times. And that is definitely the answer. So you move on. So as you can see, just like the other one, if you need to make use of a calculator, you can use the calculator here. And then your time also shows here with 73 minutes that I have got, and I've answered 3 out of 50 questions. And there's a very important button here, which is flag review. So if I flag this one, what it means is that I can easily come back. I flag it. Sometimes when you are answering a question and then you are not too sure, you can always flag it so that when you are done, it can easily show you all the questions that you have flagged. And when you click on it, you can come back and then you can come and then you will now review it. It's as simple as that. So you do this until you get to the last bottom of it. And then when you are done with it, of course, it will also show you all the answers, the one that you have passed and then the one that you have failed. This is kind of a lot. So it will take me time to get to the 50th question for them to show me the answers that are put in, whether they are correct or they are not correct. But I'll try as much as possible to click faster and faster so that we can get to the bottom part of it, and then we'll try and see. It's 44 out of 50, 47, 48, 49. So if, for instance, I'm done, as I said, this is the review page. So you can see the question that I flagged, which is the number 3, it is going to show me this. But mind you, in the main exams, I know what you are thinking. In the main exams, You can review them this way, but it is not going to show you whether it is correct or is incorrect. If it is that way, then everybody will score 100 or 100. You get it? But in the practice test, they can show you the ones that you got correct. So you can see when I answer the first question and then the second question, it is correct. That is why they've not written what? Incorrect. And then I can easily, the ones that I flagged, as I said, I'm not too sure, so I can easily locate all the questions that I'm not too sure. You can see the flag has changed here. Here it is just plain, but here it is showing blue, which shows that I have flagged it. I'm not too sure of the answer, so when I click on it, it is going to take me back to that particular question, and I can easily make my adjustment. But as I said, mind you, in the main exams, you won't see correct or incorrect attached to it. It is just going to be plain like this without showing whether it is correct or incorrect. This is just for you to be able to navigate or go back to the questions that you are not too sure. So any question at all that you are not too sure about it, always try as much as possible to flag it. And when you flag it, it can easily show you, or it can easily tell you those questions that you are not sure you've answered but you are not too sure of, and then you can click on it and go back, and then you can go back and re-answer them, or if now you have an answer to it, you do that. So when you are done with it, there's a button here in the main exam. Just click on submit and it's going to submit the question. Please don't wait for the time to elapse before you submit. If you do that, then you have failed, because you need to submit when you are done with it, because you can come back and review. But once you submit, that is it. This is the page you are going to see. It will tell you that you have now completed your exams. This is the end, and then you can click on the end button, and that is it. So notes to take from here is: 1, if you are not too sure of a question, click on the flag button that I showed you, and then it is going to flag it. And then 2, when you are done with it, make sure you also submit. Make sure you submit your questions, or you submit the various this section that you have done. Submit it. If you wait for the time to elapse and you've not submitted, then you have not done the exams, and that is an automatic fail. So that is how you go about doing your practice test on the Pearson VUE website. So even though you've done your registration, you are waiting for your decision letter, don't wait until you get your decision letter before you can come to Pearson VUE and then you do your practice. You can practice straight away depending on what type of nursing you are doing, whether you are doing an adult nursing, whether you are doing children nursing, whether you are doing learning disability, whatever pathway that you have taken. Make sure you come here. There are enough questions here for you to practice. And one thing I also advise, after you are done with the mental health, try and also do learning disability practice, and also adult nursing, and even children nursing, because there are some questions that cuts across, especially with the part B. There are some questions that cuts across. You can find it in associate, you can find it in adult, you can find it in children, you can find it in mental health and learning disability as well. Make sure you practice as many times as possible, and once you do that, at the day of your exams, the exams will be really, really simple for you. My name is Enos, and this is Work and Wonder. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope this video was very helpful, especially for those that have contacted me with regards to the mental health CBT. So this is how you'll get to practice on Pearson VUE, and I'll encourage you to practice more often, as many as possible, because the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and on the exams day, it is going to be very, 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 very easy for you. It's as simple as that. My name is Enos, and this is Work and Wonder. There are more videos coming up for the mental health OSCE. I'm going to be uploading more videos. I was on vacation, I just came back, and so expect more videos from me in regards to the mental health OSCE. And if you have any questions around the mental health CBT, you can leave that in the comment section, and then I'll make sure that I address that as well. Until I see you in my next video, it is a bye for now, and please make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Until we meet again, it's a bye for now.